Afternoon, Pink Sox Nation. Coach Charles here, coming at you with another video. We got a lot to get into before our next game on Saturday against Rockville. Hopefully this rain that I'm hearing right now, hopefully it's out of here by then. We have nice, clean, dry fields to play in, okay? We're doing really well out there, all right? We had a really fun practice of the night with scrimmage. We played each other. That's the best way to learn this game, is to practice it. You've got to keep playing it. It's a lot harder to just listen to me talk about it or to watch someone else do it than it is to actually do it yourselves and get used to what you're supposed to be doing. Hitting wise, I think we're doing really well. Hitting wise, we have some really good swings. We got to remember to make sure that we time ourselves right. We're not swinging when the ball is right here. We try to meet the ball with the bat. Fielding wise, we're still having some issues, and that's all right. That's why we do this. That's why I do these videos. That's why we do practice. It's to learn. Again, the more you do it, the easier it's going to get. All right. I know the other day when we were at the game, we had two home runs were given up, and the home runs were given up barely even hit out of the infield. And the reason the girl hit a home run on the other team is because we didn't know what to do with the ball. We got the ball, and then we just started throwing it everywhere, and no one was communicating. It was just chaos. We were just throwing. We basically threw the ball away and let them score, all right? Hey, it happens, all right? That's what we're going to talk about. The three big things that I'm looking for when we're fielding, okay? Situational awareness, communication, and positioning. This is especially important at first base positioning, all right? Situational awareness, what I mean by that is being aware of the situation. It's exactly what it sounds like, right? You want to know how many outs the other team has. You want to know how many runners they have on base. You want to know where those runners are. Is it first and second? Is it second and third? Is it just second? So that you know that when you get the ball, you know what you're going to do with it, okay? What we want to see is if that ball gets rolled into shortstop and they pick it up and there's a runner at second base and she's heading over to third base, instead of automatically throwing over the first base, go for that shore out. Just give her a gentle tag, all right, as she's running by you, all right? I know you want to get the run at first base, but hey, if that run's right there, go for it. If you are the catcher and the ball is hit a foot in front of the plate and they've got the bases loaded, grab that ball, and before you start trying to throw to first base, just step your foot. You get the ball, step your foot on home plate. That runner at third base that's coming home, she's out. It's a force play. All right? Be aware. All right? Don't make it any easier for them. You want to make sure that, I know you want to get the out. Everyone wants to throw to first, do all that stuff. Go for the shore out first, all right, if you have one, and then worry about the throw. Okay? Now, the other part of situational awareness, big part, all right, is item 2, communication. You girls have to communicate with one another, all right? What we don't want to have happen is a ball gets hit and everybody comes running for the ball, right? We don't want that to happen, because what happens? We're leaving our bases open, all right? And while you guys are fighting over who gets the ball, they're running around those bases, all right? So you got to be able to communicate with your teammate and be like, hey, back off. I got this one, all right? Know what your position is. Know what we talked about with your little, sphere of influence, your little, circle of responsibility, zone of responsibility I talked about way back in the first few practices, all right? You want to know what you have to do, who you have to back up, and who should be backing you up. If you see something that's all wonky and the person supposed to be backing you up is not paying attention, hey, you got to do what you got to do. Take it yourself, all right? We saw that happen the last game. Aisley made a brilliant play out in right field. She got the ball. She saw first base wasn't quite ready to field the ball yet, so she ran in from right field, and she tagged the base. That's perfect. There's nothing wrong with that, all right? It's going to happen sometimes, all right? So we're going to have momentary lapses. We'll work on it, right? That's what we're here for. But what you want to do, you don't want to see your shortstop running all the way over to first base to field the ball. Shortstop has no business being all the way over there. I appreciate the enthusiasm. I like the aggressiveness and wanted to get to the ball, wanted to make the play, but there's a time and a place. Because if you stray way too far off, it throws around the entire dynamic of the infield. All right? Your goal is to get to the ball as quickly as possible, as cleanly as possible, make the play. If you don't have the play, and you hear us saying, throw it back to the pitcher, do that. Throw it back to the pitcher, okay? Or if you are the pitcher, hold the ball, be in the circle, put your hand up with the ball, all right? When the pitcher has the ball, the play is dead, all right? And they cannot run anymore, okay? What happened the other day with the home runs is instead of holding the ball or giving it back to the pitcher, we were just basically trying to play catch and throwing it past each other. We weren't backing each other up. It was just a crime scene, all right? So we want to avoid doing that again, all right? It's all about communication. So talk to your teammates. If you're the shortstop, when you get out onto the field, talk to your pitcher, talk to your third baseman, talk to your second baseman, and come up with a plan and say, hey, look, if the ball is hit over here, I'll get this. If the ball is hit there, you get that, and I'll back you up. Come up with a plan before the ball is put into play. This way you know if the ball is hit over there, you know what to do. It's like I've said in practice, especially with second and shortstop. If you're a shortstop, you're softball ready, you're waiting. As soon as you see that ball hit over to that side, to where first and second are, run over and cover second base and be ready for a throw, just in case there's going to be a play at second, okay? Because ideally in a situation, the ball being hit to the second baseman, that second baseman is running in to get the ball. You want to make sure that she has a target that she can throw to so that you're covering. Second base, same thing. That ball gets hit towards shortstop and third base. You run over and cover second base. Even though you may not be involved in the play, just put yourself in that practice, in that habit of getting to that base so that you're always there, so that there's never a time. It becomes muscle memory. The more you do something, the easier it's going to get. It's going to be an automatic reflex. It's going to be like, oh, ball's hit over there, I move. Ball's hit over there, I move. That's why I have you girls with your legs bent and you're softball ready so that you can make those dynamic movements wherever you need to, okay? So don't be afraid to communicate with one another. You see the ball coming in, say, hey, I got this. Get back to third. You know, you charge in as a shortstop, turn around, throw it to third. As soon as you see that ball going to third, if you're in left field, I want you to run back up third base. If you're in right field, run back up first base, all right? That's what you want to do. You want to make sure that in the event of an overthrow, meaning the ball's gone past your fielder, there's somebody there to back them up so that we don't have situations like what happened on Saturday where there's no one backing up and it gives the runner extra time to go around the bases. It's not very far between bases. So all it takes is one crazy throw and a simple single turns into a home run, all right? We don't want to do that. And that's going to bring up positioning. This is especially important at first base. If you watch Major League Baseball, if you watch softball in college, high school, and even Major League softball, like in the Olympics and stuff like that, you'll notice most players who play first base are left-handed, meaning they throw with their left hand and their glove is on their right hand. The reason for that is so that they can put their left foot on the base, because when you're standing, this is how you're standing, right? You're like this, a couple of feet in front of the base, you're waiting, all right? The ball gets hit to you, you want to run, this is your closest leg to the base, so your instinct says step on the base. When you're a left-handed player and you have the glove on your right hand, you have that extra stretch, right? You provide this target. What we're seeing happening a lot at first base is you're getting that left leg to the base, but then you're trying to either do this or you're trying to swipe at the ball because you're trying to keep that left leg anchored. You're trying to swipe at the ball as it goes by. You have a lot better depth perception of a ball that's coming straight at you versus a ball that's going to the side of you that you're trying to get. And when you do this, you leave these giant gaps. So if the ball is much easier to go past you if your glove is not perfectly aligned with that ball. All right? Same thing on a pop fly. It's easier if your glove is up and the ball is coming right here than it is to catch it like this. You don't have the same degree of depth perception if it's directly above you versus if it's to the side of you. All right? So when you're at first base, when you're at any base, the object is to have your glove be between the ball coming at you and your body. The glove will protect you as long as you hold it the right way, all right? Don't try and catch a ball that's being thrown at you like this, right? We talked about it day 1, zone 2, right? This is how you want to have it. If you are trying to catch the ball with your left leg on first base and you're trying to hold it like this, you don't really have much maneuverability to go back. You have a little bit to go forward, and that's what winds up happening is the ball comes out forward, you try to grab at it like that as it goes by. What I want to see you do is, if you're at first base, that ball gets hit, pivot on your left leg and touch the base with your right leg and turn like this. Now you're ready to get the ball. Now you have much more maneuverability to both directions. The glove is not stretched across your chest. The glove is out, okay? That means when you're up there, you're at first base, the ball gets hit, turn with your right leg, touch the bag, and be ready to get a throw like that. Remember, you want to have the glove between the ball coming at you and your body, all right? You don't want to swipe at it as it goes by, unless it's just a wide throw. I mean, sometimes it's going to happen. But you want to be ready for the throw. Create that target for your pitcher if she feels the ball, the second base, whoever it is, and be ready. You don't have to tag the base with your left foot. Just because your left foot is closest to it doesn't mean you have to do it. Grab your right leg, turn, and be ready. Okay? That's an important thing that's going to make you a much more efficient first baseman. I promise you. All right? We'll go over this in practice next Tuesday. We have a game Saturday. I don't know anything about this team. It's a Rockville Rec team, so I have no idea what their skill level is. We'll find out, all right? I know you girls can handle it. Just listen to us in the field. You know, Coach John and I will be there, as always, giving you instructions. We're probably going to play by the same rules we played by the last game, and we'll go from there, all right? So hopefully this made some sense to you. Again, we'll go over it in practice. We'll go over it a little bit before the game, and that's all I got, all right? Let's go Sox.